Hello, and welcome to the Oracle of Light. I'm Shauna Domalain. I'm a lifelong medium and certified life coach. And making the connection with the afterlife has brought me the greatest joy. Since losing my son, Jack, I have navigated grief, heartache, and despair. And it was through connecting with my son on the other side that my heart began to heal and I was able to find joy and meaning in my life again. Now, I'm inviting you into this space as I explore the afterlife, the grieving process, and rebuilding after loss. If you'd like to discover the spirit world and how to move through the loss of a loved one or child, you have come to the right place. This is the Oracle of Light. Hey, everybody. It's Shauna Domalain. Welcome, welcome, welcome. I hope your holidays have been pure magic. I hope that you have enjoyed the holiday season, whatever that looks like for you. And we are almost embarking upon New Year's Eve, starting a new year. Kind of exciting, kind of exciting. This week, I really wanted to touch on something that seems to be quite prevalent in my practice and in all of the different communities that I'm blessed to be a part of. And that is around the idea of scarcity and how you can start stepping into, connecting into abundance. And so I wanted to share a few snippets with you. And this is something that I go deeper into with my coaching packages. And in January, I have a 6-call series that is all about abundance. And I'll include all of the info in the show notes below. So, as an example, when my little dog Maggie was really sick and she had to go into the emergency vet, I started feeling fearful. I started feeling these feelings of fear, and I was scared. And then the thoughts start coming in. So if you can get your head around this, this is a game changer. Your feelings, the feelings come first. So we feel something, and then our mind starts going to work with all of the thoughts that match that feeling. So if you can catch the feeling, just be aware of it. It's sort of like taking a step back and you've got the bird's eye view into your own world. That's really what it is. If you can capture it in that moment, hang on, hang on, hang on, hang on. What are these thoughts that something bad's going to happen? That, what if they can't find it? What if I lose her? What if I don't have enough money to pay, oh my God. And it just, my mind started to go into this spiral, and that's what a spiral is. We start ruminating. So I stopped in that moment. I thought, whoa, stop. Okay, these thoughts are a little bit crazy. Where did this originate? Where did the fear come in? Like, what is this? And so I really sat there and I got curious, and it was like, okay, I'm afraid that something bad's going to happen. So then I started to switch it around. Okay, so then I started to tell myself, we have the best vet. We're here. She's safe. They're going to run the tests. We're in the exact right place. I trust that the universe is looking out for us. She's a healthy little girl. We're going to be fine. We're going to figure this out. And then my mind started to go into other things. Then my mind started looking for evidence for that feeling. I had feelings of hope, and I started to feel a little bit more secure. And then I started to, see her playing with her favorite ball. And I started having thoughts of, okay, what are we going to do when we get home? And, okay, and it just started to give me a completely different outlook on what had happened. So lack is actually not a fact. Lack is actually a perception. It's how we're viewing something. And so again, you want to really pay attention to the feelings. So, as an example, if you look at your bank account and you get this sinking feeling, oh, maybe there's this feeling of fear, or maybe there's shame, or maybe there's guilt. I've overspent. Okay, I've got bills coming up, right? So, those feelings, I want you to think of the feelings, right? Because if you feel those sorts of feelings when you look at your bank statement, your brain's going to start to click in with thoughts that match it. Yeah, you shouldn't have had that spa day. You need to put more money away. Yeah, you're not working hard enough. Maybe you need to get another job. Like your brain is going to start matching what that feeling is. And then the key again is to catch it and go, okay, wait. No, look at everywhere that I have, maybe streamlined. I've got a budget. I've got money set aside for an emergency. I'm good. I've got this. I've got this. Maybe there's a new side hustle I want to start. Okay. Okay. And then I want you to start to connect into feeling. What would it feel like to not have those feelings come up when you look at your bank account? What would it feel like if you had, say, $5,000 a month, every month? It was there. You didn't have to worry about it. Didn't have to worry about where it was going to come from. Just, I want you to step into the feeling of that. And you can use this for anything: money, love, possibilities, purpose, career. But for this example, I'm just going to use money because that's a big one right now, this time of year. People are like, oh my God, I've overspent. What have I done? Oh my God. Now the credit card bills are going to come in, and how am I going to pay that? And there's never enough. Not realizing that your thoughts are being broadcast to the universe, and then we tag along the feeling that goes with it. So again, if there's shame, if there's worry, if there's discontent, if there's fear, those feelings are an indication to your brain that your brain needs to start matching with thoughts. That's really what it is. So, how do we start to flip this? How do we start to flip this? So, what we do is, first of all, is just to be aware of it. We can't shift anything unless we're aware of it. And sometimes it's about being brutally honest. Okay, yeah, maybe I went over with my budget this time of year. It's fine. It is what it is. Let's look at tidying this up. Let's look at making different choices moving forward. And again, it's having the awareness. Okay. And then you have to be aware of the scarcity mindset. You have to be aware of it because you will manifest more of it. Okay. So if you're thinking in terms of, we're just going to use money as the example. There's not enough money. Like I just see, all these bills keep coming. Da, 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 da. And again, you hear me chirp about this all the time. We are creating our reality. So how your intention, and this is Joe Dispenza, love Dr. Joe, your intention is the broadcast, the order out to the universe. I don't have enough. I shouldn't have spent so much. And da, 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 da. I'm never going to get out of debt. Whatever that intention. And then the feeling that goes with it, that's what's going to magnetize more to you. So it's both. Okay. So what I really hope that you get from this is that the feeling is what's driving everything. Because we can look at our bank account balance and go, okay, I need to add some more to that. Let's go, let's go, let's go, let's go. And then start to feel inspired and start to feel powerful, regardless of what's happening in our 3D reality. Another thing with scarcity is that people are looking at their 3D reality and assuming that that's the fact. That's the fact. That's all I have in my bank account. That's it. That's all I have. It's just a perception. It's just the way that you're looking at it. And I know this sounds totally woo, but just bear with me. If you've listened to any of my content so far, just bear with me. Because what's really interesting is under the scarcity mindset, there's a belief system that's sitting there. And that's what's driving these thoughts and these feelings. So I go deeper. Okay. I'm looking at the pattern. I'm looking at what people are saying. I'm looking at how they're feeling. I'm looking at their state, because whatever state you're embodying, that's going to determine your world. And this, I'm not saying to jump around with rainbows flying out of your ass. That's not what I'm saying. I'm not minimizing what people have going on in their world. What I am shining a light on is that you can shift and change this. You can with consistency, owning up to it. I was drowning in credit card debt. Just, oh, that was my dopamine hit. That was, it was bad. It was really bad. And then I was drowning in interest payments. I was paying like thousands of dollars a month just in interest payments. And I just lost my shit. I was like, okay, I have to get a handle on this. But I didn't make myself wrong for it. I realized that part of the way that my brain works, it loves dopamine hits. And shopping was that dopamine hit. I acknowledge that. And then I really started to step into how good it felt when I paid these things off and how proud I was that I did that. Because you see, underneath any sort of scarcity mindset, there's a belief system that you're not enough. And then that means I can't have enough. So in the work that I do, we're going to do a deep dive in January in our 6-call series. Okay, we're going to look at this and we're going to look at what the belief system is under it. Because once we clear that belief system, I am more than enough. I am more than enough. I live in an abundant universe. I am limitless. Like when we start to shift that, then we are broadcasting a completely different signal to the universe. Okay. I want you to think of like your feelings are like little magnets sitting in your energy field. So if there's an emotion that's been triggered, that's sitting in your energy field and you're going to attract more. So this is, I hope you're getting this because this will change everything. We'll switch over to love. I can't find a partner. I did this for years. There are no good men. I'm not lucky in love. It's not safe for me to love. I always get hurt. I just keep attracting shitbirds. There's something wrong with me. Okay. And you know where I'm going with this. Under that was a belief system that I'm not enough. I don't deserve to have love. Okay. I'm not worthy of having love. Yeah, there was some deep shit under that one. And then that meant I was broadcasting to the universe that I can't have love. I can't receive it. I can't let it come in because it's too painful. So do you see how do you see how everything is we're manifesting all the time. We are. And people fight me on this all the time. They're like, "Well, no, I wouldn't choose that." No, 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 no. It's not that you're choosing it. It's that you're drawing it into your reality. And when you can understand that, that's a huge game changer. Not that you're creating a mess in your world. It's your belief systems, your dominant state that is creating your reality. Okay. And then a lot of people come out, oh, well, you don't know what I've been through and you don't know what I have going on. Okay. Well, if you continue to look for problems, guess what? You're going to find them. So if we start to shift this into, okay, I'm in an abundant universe. And the key with manifesting is feeling it done. Think of this is like Wayne Dyer from The Wishes Fulfilled. He wrote a book called Wishes Fulfilled. And the secret to manifesting is feeling how would it feel to have it? So, as an example, let's go back to money. So, say your number per month was $5,000. We'll just use that for now. So, go to the end. How would it feel to have $1,000 every month? How would it feel to have that show up? You'd feel excited, maybe relieved, sense of freedom. Like you don't have to worry, bills are paid, everything's paid, there's food in the fridge, lights are on, things are good. Okay? That's what you need to start tuning into. That's what you need to start tapping into. And again, we're going to go into this deep in January. I've got a 6-call series. I help you understand what those blocks are. I'll help you understand, okay, how can I trust? I'll help you understand about flipping any of the negative ideas or thoughts that you have in your head. And I'm going to teach you how to embody the version of you that has your heart's desires. Because you wouldn't have these heart's desires if they weren't meant to be yours. Okay. And I know this for a lot of you, this is like nary fairy. I don't know what you're talking about. Is it seriously? This is what I do. I help people get unstuck. I help people get unstuck. Okay, I've had more wedding invitations this year than I can count from people who a year or 2 years ago didn't believe that they were good enough for love. They wouldn't find someone. Now they've got their person. I've helped so many people get really clear, crystal clear on what their business is going to look like. They've left their muggle jobs and they've created their business and they're flourishing and they're just so happy because everything is a perception. It's our perception. We get to decide and we get to assign meaning to things. And so, just for shits and giggles, for the next 7 days, I want you to, throughout the day, keep reminding yourself everything always works out for me. Everything always works out for me. I always have more than enough. You can even shift it into, we call them affirmations. Why do I always have more than enough? Why is everything always working out for me? Okay, affirmations give our subconscious mind a directive. Why our subconscious mind goes, oh, I need to figure this out. And it'll go to work for you. Why do I always have so many beautiful opportunities? Why am I surrounded with so much fun? I love that one. Why are there so many miracles around me? Why do I have so many beautiful opportunities? And another one I love is, what would it take? What would it take to be debt free? What would it take to have 50,000, 100,000, whatever number in my savings account at all times? What would it take to never have to worry about money again? What would it take to fully trust and know that my heart's desires are mine and they're in my heart for a reason? What would it take to never feel scarcity, to never have a scarcity mindset again? What would it take? The other thing I want to share with you is our brain has a negativity bias. So by default, our brain goes and looks for the shit. Our brain goes and looks for why it isn't working. Here's the proof. So you're feeling lack. Here's the proof as to why you should continue to feel that way. And once we understand how our brain works, then we can go to work and creating an atmosphere, a reality where our brain is working for us. So in the morning, and this is Dr. Amen from the Amen clinics, in the morning, we give our brain a directive. Today's going to be a great day. Regardless of what your bank account says, regardless of your relationship status, regardless of anything, today's going to be a great day. Because then our brain is going to look for great things. I always add into it, how much fun can I have today? Angels, universe, guides, bring the fun. Let's do this. How much fun can we have? It's an invitation to invite all of those beautiful universal energies in to play, is really what it comes down to. Okay. So if this is of interest to you, again, I've got my 6-call series coming up in January, all about abundance, money, career, mindset. We'll probably talk about love. Love will be in there. That's the number one thing that people ask about. Okay. So pay attention to how you're feeling, because we want to look at when those thoughts start pouring in, they were initiated by a feeling. Okay. So if you can get that, you can really start to see things. Like I'm giving you a little bit of a formula here. Okay. So again, when Maggie was going into the vet, I was terrified. I'm driving there and I'm so scared. And then my mind started, well, what if they find something even worse? What if we don't have enough money? What if the coverage doesn't go through? What if, like our mind will start feeding us the thoughts that match the feelings. So just as I was feeling afraid, I started to shift it into, no, this is the best vet in the city. I trust that we caught this soon enough. She's going to be fine. I trust, and I know she's my little companion. I love her. She's not going anywhere. No, 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 no. We're going to be okay. We're going to get through this. Oh, and just by saying that, I was able to start to calm my nervous system down. I was able to start to calm my heart. Oh, and I started to feel a little bit more of a relief. I was hopeful. It was like, okay, we're going to get her looked after. She's going to be okay. And then my brain started looking for possibilities then. Okay. There was something Louise Hay said years ago. She said, anytime we have a perceived problem, because again, problems are not fact, feelings are not fact, thoughts are not fact, it's our perception of it. She would say, all is well. Everything is working out for my highest and best good. I am safe. All is well. And what that did was it calmed that part of the brain that was going on hyper alert. And then you have access to your awareness, your clarity, and everything sort of calms down. It's like, okay, so your home play is to just start to be aware. What are your thoughts? Because those thoughts are reflecting a feeling. And if you get to that feeling, that's what we're going to clear. Because that feeling is a result of a belief system. Okay. If you need help, feel free to book in. Join us in January. We've got the 6-call series again. And just as your feelings, like feeling afraid for Maggie, I have to tell you, she's 100% fine now. She's 1000% fine. She's healthy. She's my sweet little girl. She's good. She's good. We still don't know what she got into. She was so sick. She was sick for days, but so grateful. She's good. Yeah, everything is good. So just as that fear catapulted all of those crazy thoughts, happiness, joy, possibilities, excitement, that will also catapult beautiful thoughts. So I'm not asking you to ignore what's happening in your reality, especially if you're grieving. We need to acknowledge the grief, but grief and joy coincide. You can have moments of deep, beautiful, beautiful joy and happiness and hopefulness, and then we have pockets of grief. So the two coincide. Okay. So I want you just to pay attention to this. When your thoughts start going off in a weird direction, go back to the feeling. How would you like to feel? Because the universe responds to your feelings. The universe doesn't respond to your thoughts. We set our intention, and then the feeling behind that intention is what the universe is responding to. The feeling behind my intention, I decide, I may have my intention, I'm putting that out to the universe, and then the feeling, the universe goes, oh, this is what you'd like. The universe responds to your feelings. And again, stepping into how would it feel to have whatever that is. That's what I started to do with Maggie. I started to step into the feeling of relief when the vet said, she's good, you can take her home. And she was running around and her little tail was wagging. That's what I started to step into. It was like, oh God, there's relief, there's happiness, there's my love. Okay, okay. And then my mind would start matching the feeling. Okay. All right. Draw me a comment below. Let me know if you have any questions. All the info for our 6-call series in January will be below. If there's something bigger I can help you with, feel free to book in. I've got individual sessions. I offer coaching packages. If there's something more that you'd like to work on, we do 3-month coaching packages. All the info will be below. I send you all of my love, and I hope that your holiday season has been magical. And I wish you so much magic for 2025. All my love. You can find me on Instagram at Shauna Domalain Medium, or visit my website at livealifeyoulove.org, where you'll find my offerings, including my Growing Up in Heaven program that teaches you how to make the connection with your son or daughter on the other side. Thank you for listening, and see you next time here on the Oracle of Light.